Military build-up on the border. Poland moves troops and tanks towards Belarus as Wagner mercenaries train the Belarusian army. The campaigning ends in Spain's election, with the polls predicting an historic swing to the right on Sunday. The legendary American crooner Tony Bennett, who worked with singers as diverse as Frank Sinatra and Lady Gaga, has died. A long line of Polish tanks lined up and ready for deployment to Poland's border with Belarus. Since Wagner's mercenaries have been exiled to Belarus, the Polish government says there's now a bigger threat on NATO's eastern flank.
Grupa Wagnera, która już coraz liczniej pojawia się na Białorusi, jest coraz to bardziej rosnącym zagrożeniem dla Polski, dla wschodniej flanki NATO.
Meanwhile, Belarus has been holding joint exercises with the Wagner mercenaries near Brest, a city on the Polish border. Belarus's government says the exiled mercenaries are training its army.
Но что касается Белоруссии, то это часть союзного государства. И развязывание агрессии против Беларуси будет означать агрессию против Российской Федерации. На это мы будем отвечать всеми имеющимися у нас средствами.
A Wagner commander has said in a statement that about 10,000 fighters are set to deploy to Belarus, and Poland has now deployed some of its soldiers closer to the border. If the polls are correct, Pedro Sanchez will be forced out of power in Sunday's election. His chances depend on mobilising his demoralised left-wing supporters, and in the last speech of his campaign, he stressed how Spain was before he became Prime Minister.
Había un gobierno con un partido condenado por financiación irregular y que utilizaba el buen nombre de las fuerzas y cuerpos de seguridad del Estado para crear estructuras parapoliciales, obstruir las investigaciones judiciales y perseguir a sus adversarios políticos.
The polls are predicting a government led by the Conservative Popular Party. Its leader, Alberto Núñez Feijóo, may have to form a coalition with the far-right Vox Party.
Sabéis también lo que se puede esperar de mí. Menos tensión y más moderación, menos personalismo y más interés general, menos división y más unidad, y menos yo y más nosotros. Todos.
Santiago Abascal's Vox Party has lost a bit of steam in the last few days of campaigning, but it still aspires to enter a coalition with the Popular Party. It would be the first time since the death of Franco in 1975 that the far right has been in government in Spain. And it's a possibility that scares the left in general and the far left in particular, which is led by the charismatic Yolanda Díaz. She set up her Sumar coalition in the hope that alongside Sanchez's Socialist Party, it will be enough to keep the left in power. But what's more likely on Sunday is a big swing to the right.
Dozens of cancellations of EasyJet flights in Portugal following the start of a new strike by the low-cost airline's cabin crew. They are demanding wages and conditions comparable to those at bases in other countries. The company presented a proposal that was rejected by 90% of the members of the National Flight Crew Union. The strike is scheduled to last 5 days, and it's the third protest to shake the Portuguese division in recent months.
He was the eminent and timeless stylist devoted to classic American songs, and he had a knack of creating new standards with tunes such as I Left My Heart in San Francisco. Tony Bennett graced a decades-long career that brought him admirers from as far back as Frank Sinatra to as recently as Lady Gaga.